In this video, we will be simplifying rational expressions, and this is the third part. I will put the link of the first and second part in the description box below. Let's take this first example right here. In order that we can solve this example right here, we're supposed to follow some steps. The first step is to factor out both the numerator and the denominator. So I'm just gonna show the work down here. I'm gonna factor both the numerator and the denominator. So we're gonna start with the numerator. So that would be x squared minus x minus 6, and then I'm going to show the work in factoring out the denominator on the other side right here. I'm going to write that out, 4x plus 8. In this for the numerator right here, we're supposed to use the box and diamond so that we can factor this out. Again, there's another video that talks about how to factor out trinomial using box and diamond. But for this problem right here, I'm going to draw the diamond first. So we're going to multiply the first and the last. So that would be negative 6x squared. And then the middle term will go to the bottom of the diamond. That's a negative x. So we need to determine what are these two factors so that when we multiply these two, it's negative 6x squared, and when we add these two factors, it's negative x. So these are actually negative 3x, and then we have a positive 2x. So that if we add these two, it's a negative x, and if we multiply these two, it's negative 6x squared. Now we're ready to move on to the box or the area model. So then we can go ahead and write first, the first term is going to go here, x squared, and then the last term is going to go down here, that's a negative 6, and then these two factors that we got from the diamond can be placed anywhere on these two boxes right here. So I'm just going to write the negative 3x here and then the positive 2x. So then we can go ahead and write the factors. That would be x, and then this would be 2 right here, and then we have a negative 3. So then the factors for the numerator that we have here would be these two right here. So that is x plus 2, and then the other one is x minus 3. So these are the factors. So I'm just going to go ahead and write that up here. So we've broken this numerator into its factor, which is x plus 2 and x minus 3. Now we move on to the denominator. So we're gonna factor out the denominator. So we're going to use the we're gonna factor out the GCF for this, since this is not a trinomial. It doesn't have a second degree. So we can go ahead and factor out the 8. So we can go ahead and write this as 2 times 2 times 2. So that's 8 right there. Factor out the 4x. So that would be 2 times 2 times x. So then we can determine the GCF. So that would be 2 and 2. So I can go ahead and write the GCF right here to be just 2 and 2. So that is equal to 4. So we're going to factor out 4. And then we write the parentheses, and then we are going to determine what do we write inside the parentheses, so that if we multiply that by 4, it will come out 4x. So that would be x right here. So 4 times x is 4x plus, that would be 2. 4 times 2 is 8. So then we can go ahead and rewrite this up here as 4. And then we have x plus 2. So then we can actually rearrange this. I'm just gonna, you can just cross this out right away, but I'm just gonna rearrange this. So we can actually rewrite this as x minus 3 times x plus 2, and then we have 4 times x plus 2, and then we're going to use the division by itself property, which states that if we divide a number by the number itself, then the quotient is 1. So this one right here is actually 1. So I can go ahead and label that as 1. So then others would want to say like, oh, can we just cross them out? Yes, you can cancel them out. But then again, we remember that when we cancel these two out, we actually have to remember that it is not 0, but instead it's 1. So the leftover here would be this guys right here. So that would be x minus 3 over 4. So this is the simplified version of this rational expression right there. So this is the answer. Now others are going to say, can we write the parentheses or do we not write the parentheses in there? It doesn't really matter. But this is the answer right there. Okay, at this time, I would encourage you to pause this video and try this problem out on your own. And when you're done, unpause it and check your answer. Okay, so we go over the problem here. So the first step is to factor out both the numerator and the denominator. So I'm just gonna show the work down here where I factor the numerator and the denominator. Okay, so I factored this rational expression up there using the box and diamond, and we have come up with this. Now we remember the division by itself property. If we divide a number by the number itself, the quotient is 1. So the second step is to simplify this. So when we simplify this, we're supposed to, we can actually cross this out, but again, we remember that when we cross out, that's actually equal to 1 and not 0. So we remember that every time. So whatever's left over would be the simplified version of this. So the final answer for this one would be 2x plus 3 over x plus 5. So this is the simplified version of this rational expression right there. Did you get the same answer as this? Good. Perfect. Now let's move on to the next example right here. At this time, I would encourage you to pause this video and try this problem out on your own. And when you're done, unpause it and check your answer. Okay, so we go over the problem here. Again, the first step is to factor out both the numerator and the denominator. So I'm just gonna show the work up here. Okay, now notice this one right here, x squared minus 9. We can actually write this as a trinomial by adding 0x in the middle so that we can use the box and diamond. So this can be rewritten as x squared plus 0x minus 9. So it's pretty much the same thing. So if we added 0, it doesn't really matter, but we will add the 0x as placeholder so that we can go ahead and proceed with the box and diamond. Okay, so I've factored them out, so I can go ahead and write that up here. Okay, so the final answer for this is 2x over x plus 3. So this is the simplified version of this rational expression. Did you get the same answer as this? Good. Perfect. Now let's move on to the next example right here. Again, our first step is to factor out both the numerator and the denominator. So in this problem right here, I'm going to show all the work down here. I will factor out the numerator and the denominator. Okay, so I have broken them down into its factor, and these are the factors. This is the numerator, I wrote it up there. This is the denominator, I wrote it up there. And so we can go ahead and use the division by itself property. If we divide a number by the number itself, then the quotient is 1. So this becomes a 1. Or again, we can go ahead and just cross them out. Again, we remember when we cross this out, it is not 0, but instead it's 1. So then we are left with 3x over x. So then we can cross out some more. That's the x and x will get crossed out. So the final answer here is gonna be 3. So then we can go ahead and write 3 over there. And this is the simplified version of this rational expression. Did you get the same answer as this? Good. Perfect. If you find this video helpful, hit like and subscribe for more math videos. See ya!